So what would it look like for you if it were different? If you didn't have that responsibility and if they weren't leaning on you, what would your life look like? What would you be doing?
Well, I would have soared higher.
You think so?
Absolutely. I feel like I'm angry at everybody in my family. I don't like my family. If they weren't my family, it wouldn't be my friends.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Celeb Hub, where the tea is always hot and the truth hits harder than the shade. Today, we're diving deep into the emotional, financial, and personal storm that has shaken one of music's most iconic families to the core. This is the story of Toni Braxton, the betrayal she never expected, and the sisters who may have taken more than just her love. Toni Braxton is more than just a Grammy-winning artist with a legendary voice, she's been the lifeline of the Braxton family for decades. While the world saw the fame, the awards, and the glamorous red carpets, behind the scenes, Toni was carrying the emotional and financial weight of her entire family, and it's a burden that's finally breaking her down. From a young age, Toni was forced to grow up fast. After her mother was injured and hospitalized, Toni stepped in as a surrogate parent, cooking meals, helping her siblings, and making sure there was stability at home. While most teens were enjoying their youth, Toni was sacrificing hers. She wasn't just the big sister, she was the glue that held everything together. But what happens when the one holding everyone else up starts to fall apart? Toni recently opened up in heartbreaking detail about how her own sisters, Trina and Towanda, crossed serious boundaries. Not only were they financially dependent on her, but according to Toni, they felt entitled to her success. They didn't just lean on her, they allegedly took from her, drained her peace, and still acted like it wasn't enough. This wasn't just about money, it was about love, loyalty, and respect. Toni shared that while she covered rent, car notes, and even failed business investments for her sisters, they expected to be paid just to work alongside her. Meanwhile, Tamar, the sister often labeled as the dramatic one, was the only one who stepped in to help without expecting anything in return. That's the real definition of family. Now here's the wild part, Toni was one of the top-selling R&B artists of all time. Over 70 million records sold, 7 Grammy Awards, and yet, she was getting paid just 35 cents per album. Can you believe that? She was the face of the label, but her bank account didn't match her fame. And when remember that cold, awkward Oprah interview? Instead of empathy, Oprah hit her with that infamous question, how can you be famous and broke? Rumor has it Oprah even tipped off Toni's label about what she might reveal in the interview. It wasn't just an ambush, it was betrayal on national TV. Fast forward to 2010, and things spiraled even more. Toni was diagnosed with microvascular angina and lupus, 2 very serious health conditions. Her Las Vegas residency, one of her biggest financial opportunities, had to be cancelled. And since her insurance didn't cover it, she had to pay everything back, from the venue to the crew, out of her own pocket. That same year, both the IRS and California Franchise Tax Board came knocking, demanding nearly $500,000 in back taxes. And while fans assumed Toni was living a lavish lifestyle, the truth was heartbreaking, she was going broke trying to keep her entire family afloat. Behind the glitz of Braxton family values, there was real pain. Cameras captured the smiles, but not the silent suffering. And according to Toni, none of her siblings, not even Trina or Towanda, helped her care for their mother. Only Tamar did. The emotional labor, the financial pressure, the health struggles, it all became too much. And now, Toni's energy has changed. She's tired. Firstborn daughter who's ever carried their family knows exactly what she means. Then came Tracy Braxton's death, a loss that shattered the family. They all promised to keep the peace in her memory, but the drama only got worse. At Tamar's cooking show premiere, not a single sister showed up. Tensions exploded online when Towanda posted, "To everyone who distanced themselves from me, kindly stay there." The shade was loud and clear. And just when we thought the drama had peaked, Tamar pulled a major twist, she brought Ashley Braxton, their niece, onto the show. This is the same Ashley who, years ago, revealed that Trina's ex-husband Gabe had sent her inappropriate messages when she was just 16. Instead of being protected, Ashley was allegedly blamed, shamed, and pushed out of the family circle. Tamar says she brought Ashley on the show not to cause drama, but to give her a voice, to show her that not everyone in the family turned their back on her. But you already know, when it comes to the Braxtons, nothing is ever that simple. This isn't just reality TV, it's real pain, deep wounds, and years of silence finally cracking wide open. Fans are wondering, is Tamar stirring the pot or finally doing what's right? Is Toni cutting ties to save her peace? And can this family ever come back from this? At the center of it all is a woman who gave everything, her money, her time, her health, for the people she loved. And now she's standing up and saying, I'm done. And maybe, it's about time. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Tamar is healing the family or breaking it further? Was Toni betrayed or just burned out? Is there any hope for the Braxtons to come back from this? Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because this family saga is far from over, and we've got all the latest tea right here. Until next time, keep your energy high, and your boundaries higher.